Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 404 of the Reforce Podcast. My name is Jojolands. Join me today, Christian Live.
Best episode, Jojolands. Best chapter.
Christian's hype.
Go. Eric, as I told you, you don't really understand this because you're not, you're this guy right here. Won't finish part 7, not even close to part 8, right?
Part 7's coming out in the anime.
He's a fraud, ladies and gentlemen. Alright? He's a fraud. But these chapters are rarer than Void Century chapters in One Piece. You might get one per part.
Is this similar to like the Devil's Palm
Yes.
chapter?
Sure. Okay. Alright. There's a lot of hype in part 7 related to this. Alright?
Sure.
And it all connects. And we'll get into it and why it's so goated topic of the show. Alright? Eric, it goes back the little thing called part 6. And everyone questioning Araki. Dio's plan makes no sense. What the fuck does this mean? It took him 20 years to maybe answer the question, Eric. And we'll get into it. But we finally can put all the pieces together. Alright? This is hype. This is peak. People are gonna... Eric, the JoJo fans are not fucking annoying. Because they'll take one interview where Araki said this is a new universe, completely ignore how the universe shit works in JoJo, where it's literally the same, it's just slightly different. It's still the same realm, governed by the same powers. I don't want to hear that part 7's a different universe, and therefore all the other shit doesn't count. Shut the fuck up. It's this like weird pseudo lie that's been going around the JoJo community for far too long.
Well,
I want to see you put an end to it.
It's not.
It's fucking annoying. It needs to stop.
This is how I understand part 6, right?
Yeah.
It's not a new universe in terms of the meta.
No, it's the Big Bang.
Right, it's a new universe.
It's a continuation of the universe.
In terms of the canon.
It's a reset of the universe. The canon still exists.
Right, it's a new universe set inside the canon.
Yes.
It's not a meta-contextual new universe.
No, it's not some Marvel bullshit.
Yeah, it's not like a new
it's not a multiverse. It's also Marvel bullshit, alright?
But
there is a multiverse. Whatever. There is a multiverse, but don't worry about it.
It is kind of...
It's all governed by the same power.
Well, that's what it is kind of the multiverse, because...
We'll get to part 7.
X-Men are still X-Men in every universe. They work the same way.
I know, but it's not like parts 1 to 6 doesn't exist.
Well, it's not like it's not like a new Batman
reboot.
Issue
It's not like a new entire reboot. Alright, people piss me off far too much with that shit. Alright, it's like they read part 6, saw Poochie fucking restart the universe and saw alternate versions of characters, and then go,
Araki reset.
Oh, part 7 is completely different to part 6, and it's a new universe, and nothing else counts.
Yeah, well, that's my understanding, that the universe was reset in canon. It wasn't reset out of...
It's not a meta-contextual fucking shit.
But anyway,
right?
Christian will go over his theory, and probably correct theory, because people can't read.
Eric, the JoJo community is so devoid of theories and speculation, because there isn't too many unknowns. And Araki never answers any questions.
And he's got his issues with continuity a little bit.
Eric, there's no issues with continuity, alright? Let's not start the Josuke...
Stand
abilities. No. Because this, Eric, this is what I mean by this chapter is groundbreaking.
Are they ghosts or not?
What are you talking about? Yes.
Can they phase through walls or not?
Eric, we don't get into that.
Right.
Alright.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright. The rules at the start of part 3 are weird. Right? But we'll get into it.
Can they hold their users up in the air or not?
I mean, yes. I mean, See, Araki does shit for flavor, and then he's like, I did that for flavor. Like, they're not actually floating.
But people will use that argument against you with your theory coming up. But we'll get into it. Let's start the chapter.
That's what I meant by that. I'm saying Araki's like, that'll literally fly.
What's going on in One Piece land anyway?
Nothing.
We got the anime episode.
Anime's back, starting to kick the beam.
Right.
Eric, was I impressed at that feat in the manga? No.
Yeah.
Luffy ate a piece of light. It's like,
people trying to say that Sanji used light glove technology on his foot.
Whatever.
Who gives a fuck?
I don't really care. It's a speed feat more than anything.
Yeah. But the lasers matter.
According to Frankie, the laser, of course. Eric, let's get to this fine specimen with JoJo chapter.
Which is excited.
Eric, you got your wish. Howler locked in.
We'll get into it.
Eric, you cannot. He's gonna piss me. Eric, he's gonna piss me off.
No, I don't think so.
Are you gonna piss me off? Are you gonna piss me off?
Depends on what happens in the next few chapters.
We're dealing with a stand attack, so that's what's gonna happen. Alright?
Right.
Eric, we're dealing with a stand attack. Giorgio grabbed by obviously Key West stand. I'm gonna assume it's Key West stand, not really confirmed, but
right,
basically confirmed, alright? The Coast Guard are sussing out Giorgio as he can't get up, like, what the fuck's going on?
He's been sus.
Of course, Eric, if this stays consistent, they can't see the stand.
Well, it's kind of under the...
They can't see the stand.
No one can really see it because it's obscured.
Well, I'm gonna say Araki's being consistent and they can't see the stand.
Okay.
Alright. Giorgio's leg starts to bleed from the crushing damage, alright? Giorgio blasts the case with his stand, getting the stand washed off him, knocked off him, whatever.
Sure.
Right? The gang knows that they're being attacked. They know that the enemy knows they have the rock. Giorgio wants to know where Howler went, because he thinks it's Howler, maybe it's not. He convinces himself Howler doesn't know yet. Charming man. Shows Coast Guard the IDs. And we're trying to get off the boat, right? Because shit's in the fan, right? We go into a little flashback of young Akahela with Grandpa. Grandpa just busting in that bathroom. He doesn't give a fuck. This is my house. I get this. I don't really care about your. What does he say?
Hedonistic
tendencies, alright?
Yeah, like
just don't fuck the family, alright? That's basically what he says, alright? He goes, let me tell you something, kid. You're in a blessed family, and we're at the peak right now, and you're gonna have to deal with the downfall because you're a piece of shit. No, he doesn't say it. He goes, we're at the peak. The only way.
We're shining brightly, the shadow casts.
Eric, the only way is down from here. So you're gonna have to deal with that downfall, right? He's setting him up. He also knows the rock is no more. It's crumbled away. They've used it too much. Probably from usage throughout the generations. The rock has crumbled, right?
Yeah.
They've got rid of all their enemies, and they're in a peaceful spot with family and love, and nothing will go wrong. It's just that Howler has to deal with the downfall, right? He tells Akka that get ready, because it's gonna happen, right? Howler, we cut over to Howler's personal chapel. Okay? Jesus out of nowhere. This man, a Christian man.
Right.
His personal little chapel. He's reading his family's secret book of riddles and mysteries, right? Purposely coded so no one can understand it, right? The Coast Guard busts in the room and he tells Key West to deal with it. They're supposed to be here for the fire only. They have no jurisdiction, all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're still waiting on the executive order for the president, as you remember.
Yes, of course.
They're still here under pretense of the fire. They need the executive order for the president to arrest and to seize, right?
Indeed.
Alright. Eric, we're thinking about Grandpa. Grandpa tells Howler about the riddle and the first Howler left. He's hyped now, Eric. He's no longer a weirdo with a big nose and a weird mustache. He's hyped now.
What?
Right? Do you see the hype drawing in the corner?
I do.
Alright. Eric, Grandpa has been searching for this lava rock all over the mountain. He's caged it off. He can't find it. They can't find another lava rock. It is up to Howler to work out this mystery. Howler reads the riddle. With the lighting of the new moon. Now, what does new moon mean to you, Eric?
I mean, I guess monthly. Whatever.
He didn't pay attention to part 6.
Whatever the fucking.
He didn't pay attention to Dio's crazy plan. Eric, when does Dio's crazy plan supposed to fulfill itself?
On the new moon.
That's right.
Yeah, but like, what? It's like what the new cycle. The
sure,
moon.
yeah, the moon, the new cycle of the moon. Yeah. But I'm saying, what is the relevance in the JoJo verse, right, to the new moon?
Okay. Dio, rather.
Dio, right? God, Eric, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is like Owen explained Delfruits straight up.
Okay.
Right? God expresses all of this world with numbers. Numbers control the flow of this world. That's it. It's done. It's finished. Right? I don't want to hear. There are no whole. Everything's plugged up with this, and I guess I'll say it now because, of course, the spin, Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio,
right.
Numbers. All right. How does lightning disperse in a number pattern tree? Shit. It disperses through physics. Right?
Okay.
What is gravity?
What?
Mathematics.
Okay.
Everything Eric, all power systems go back to hacking God's code. Araki answers the question. We're talking about stand arrows. We're talking about, of course, the vampire mask. We're talking about the gem of the vampires. All this shit got to do with stone. God's will. God created his universe with numbers. You hack his universe with numbers, alright? And sequences. This, of course, goes back to the Hebrew tradition of the number system. Mark of the beast, numbers. It's very. There's a whole secret code within the Old Testament
the
with
Da Vinci
numbers.
Code, of course.
I mean, it's ancient Hebrew tradition.
Okay.
Number tradition. It's in the you can read about it. It's in the Old Testament a lot. God is a certain number, and the devil is certain numbers, and everything's related to it. All names relate to it.
Okay.
So there's a whole number system. Of course, Araki's pulling from that with this. God creates all with numbers. God controls the flow with numbers. So, are you satisfied with this answer? Of course, God Eric. It's not a concept. Concept. God is real. Jesus exists in this world. God is real. All right. So it's not like a concept. It's not a. It's physical. It's real. This is the answer. How is a meteor made? A planet explodes. Energy, forces.
Right.
A cataclysmic event. Of course, the devil's palms created from the body pieces of Jesus. Alright? The Walleyes in Part 8. The disaster then gave rise to stand abilities within the town. When calamitous events happen, alright, God's will is hacked. It's brought bare. It manipulated in certain ways, giving rise to these powers and godly abilities, and of course the rock.
I guess the rock is trying to say that, like, if natural events are like
God's will,
or like,
yeah,
maybe God's wrath or whatever, and like the combining of those elemental forces create the magic.
Well, yeah, they're literally expressing God.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't really like. Is it like?
What? I'll just finish off the rest of the quote, Eric. Yeah. God is a lava of Hallelujah, or whatever you said the fucking mountain name, Eric.
Right.
The Hawaiian volcano.
Okay.
Right. With the lightning of the new moon, the breath that spouts from the earth, the footprint of the lightning. All right, that's the full thing. All right. What were we gonna say? Sounds like you're not satisfied. Sounds like.
I mean, like. In JoJo in general, there's very like there's a mystical element of in everything, in every part.
Does this help you to understand?
Part 5.
But does this help you to understand Dio's plan a little bit more?
I mean, not really.
Why not?
Unless it's just going to be a mathematical sequence.
Well, Dio's like thought process of what he wants to do. He wants to be God. He wants
rewrite the universe.
No, that's not what he wants to do.
Through numbers.
No, he wants to be above the cycle of time and space.
Yeah, but
he wants to be God.
Theoretically, he's like crafted the sequence of correct
through numbers,
through a correct mathematical sequence.
And this Dio code very mathematical.
Yeah,
got to do specific coordinates, specific times, numbers of things, riddles, mysteries.
So I guess you'd have to know the...
So the only thing we're missing from that is where he learned that from.
Assuming it's the Hebrew tradition of the number stuff, right?
Yeah.
Then like that's the answer, I guess. But like I'm never one to care about universal answers in any story.
Sure.
Like, do I care where Delphros come from?
No.
No. Do I care where Chakra comes from? No.
But
saying like it's similar to like gourmet energy, right? That just comes from the Big Bang. It's a part of the universe.
Yeah.
Now this JoJo thing is basically just like, well, it's God's will. There's a number system. You can tap.
Well,
into
it perfectly aligns with the golden the spin, the golden ratio.
Yeah.
The pattern of God.
It's very much a Renaissance
thinking. Yeah.
Thinking and like geometric patterns and the rotations and which is what it was already. And to believe that spin works, you have to believe in the.
Well, not necessarily, because you could be like, oh, it's like Hammond. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's explained as a golden ratio.
But Eric, I'm telling you about the JoJo community. It's like the One Piece community.
I'm not really surprised because like that's how they kind of explain it in part 7 with spin.
Yeah, but Eric, everyone's like, oh well, yeah, but you know how it is the One Piece community with this shit. People are like Araki's just old, you know. How does it directly connect to stands? No one, people are acting like they don't know. Like they're acting like it's all separate pieces.
But my whole thing with like
all I'm saying is this connects all the pieces to one singular thing.
Maybe I'm not deep into it as other people, but like when I saw the rock masks in part 1 and then the stand arrows,
obvious connection.
I'm assuming they're similar things.
Yeah. Araki straight up, he's confirming it now.
Just because how like
these mystical artifacts / rocks / events.
We're gonna have to get into it at some point. Maybe on maybe next week on a.
This is how you explain it now. Every mystical element is a hack on God's code. Or an understanding of God's code gives you these powers. Like being able to manipulate or hack God's code.
Araki's going to explain the mechanism.
The flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess it's like...
And of course it brings back to fate.
It's just kind of like... It's just like a mystical system. Like you tap into the will of the universe.
Think about it. What is Araki trying to say?
But this is the thing, right? It's still soft magic because
well, he's
not gonna give you number sequence.
No, but he's hinting.
You can theoretically make things up.
But he's hinting towards like this is what it is. Here you go. This is what it is. He's basically like this is what it is. Take it or leave it. Now, I know the community. People are just going to ignore this. They're gonna just not even fucking think about it.
Right.
But for me, this hooks everything up to the main theme of JoJo: fate, gravity, will.
Alright. How does the JoJo community explain Christ?
He's a guy with magical powers.
He's not actually Christ.
Well, they think he got his powers from the earth, which Araki just said it's God. So there's a whole there's a whole bunch of bullshit basically.
But
because of the natural, the natural events in, the Devil's Palm, the natural areas.
But isn't Christ like an actual like holy figure?
Yes.
And is like the most powerful being.
But the argument was he was just an extremely powerful stand user who got his abilities from a natural event. But Araki just said, no, it's fucking God. God is the earth.
So but we knew God exists.
The souls and all that shit. But Eric, I'm telling you, people said, nah, that's old universe bullshit. This is new universe shit. It works differently.
You would assume
this is what I have to deal with.
You would assume one of the major pieces of the new universe is Jesus Christ himself. Then
the Part 7 universe is the key event is Jesus' body is transported to the new world. That is the key event. Like the pillar event that makes this universe.
Right.
It's the only universe in which this happens.
So is the JoJo community in general just hostile to theories?
I think they're just...
Well, they're just like...
They do the thing where they like hyper-fixate on interviews.
Like Araki's...
Where Araki said, oh, this is a new universe. So they just throw all of the other parts out. It's also like that weird cope where like
what does the JoJo community talk about? Are you involved in these
like stands and like characters. There's no real theories. Because it's a modern world. There's no,
But there's this whole... Isn't Part 8 unresolved?
It's going to be resolved now.
No one's talking about that? No one's talking about the theories around Part 8 and shit?
They were when it ended. They were while it was going on. They were in the part 9 part.
I just find it bizarre that like there's a lot of mysteries in JoJo that are unexplained still. I don't know
why
people
again, this is fantastic for me. 10 out of 10 peak, 11 out of 10 go. Alright? Because what I've had to deal with, and I love Araki's bringing it all together.
Does this answer questions in Part 8?
You can make it answer questions. Like what's the Rokakaka?
And like, if you think
like you could just, you literally every mystery you could go. It's an anomaly of God's fucking code.
You know how Oda gets shit for not explaining Haki?
Yeah.
Araki doesn't explain anything.
No.
And he won't go further into detail about this either.
But this is
you just have to infer via the readings.
Yeah. If you could say that with any mystery, you could go. It's part of God's anomaly. God's a crack in God's code, some fucking natural disaster that caused, God's will to be exposed or some shit, right?
Okay.
And I know what people are gonna say. You're taking this too far. Oh, it's just a man's interpretation of the universe. Eric, if you have seen the imagery and iconography of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you've seen Bruno rise up to heaven with angels. You've seen Jesus Christ himself. And you still want to deny the existence of God in this universe.
Do people do that? They don't think God exists.
They think it's all like science and fucking the universe and the...
Wasn't there a thing that was like it's like germs in the meteorite?
That it gave a sickness. But this, again, you can explain everything now.
I just find it strange that like, we've talked about this so many times, man. Like, Araki's obsessed with what?
Renaissance Italy.
Right? What is Renaissance Italy about?
God.
Obsessed with Christ.
Yeah.
And Christ-like figures, right?
Sure, yeah.
And the whole artistry around that, and the idea of rising above God.
Yeah.
Through mathematics and science and shit, right?
Yeah.
Art is just a reflection of the author. Like, the themes are gonna translate through the author's ideas.
Eric, he wants to be an Italian Renaissance man so bad.
And even what I was gonna say before is, like... The man's what? 60 what?
66? 62
you
or
think
something?
He's got time to fuck around drawing
this
things
is last,
that
this
don't matter?
This is the last part.
This is the thing. Artists aren't just doing stuff randomly for memes.
Yeah.
They put stuff in for a certain purpose. They choose to do things for a certain purpose.
Yeah.
Some do it more explicitly than others, but there's a reason for why people do things.
Yep.
Especially a man that's been doing this for what, 50 years?
His entire life.
I think he knows
what he's doing.
What he's trying to cook. And he's a long time. How long did it take him to do part 7?
Well, 10 years.
He's a slow player.
All I'm saying is, I love this. I love this. I love to see it. And to me, this is the canon answer. I don't want to hear other bullshit. All right?
Okay.
Eric, you understand it. Eric, we're gonna get the exact explanation for devil fruits from the fucking voice entry.
We already did.
And people are gonna go, nah, but.
We already did.
People are gonna go, nah, but.
Manifestation of dreams.
Yeah, but where's the science but?
Why does it matter if...
Why is it all... It always has to be some horseshit... Everyone's obsessed with it can't be mystical. It has to be on the ground.
Why does it have to be a machine that harvests dreams?
Yeah.
To manufacture devil fruits, like...
It's some weird obsession with, like... The answer has to be rooted in some kind of reality or it's unsatisfying.
Doesn't matter why wizards can cast spells in Harry Potter.
No, and they never explain it, and they never will explain it.
I don't know why people require an explanation. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about what I thought about this chapter at the end.
Alright. Eric, we see Hela get up and take his book and cross.
We finally got the Doom face.
Eric, I told you, he evolved!
Yes.
Alright. He notices the cross. The cross, the first Latano cross made from a flugurite, which is when lightning strikes the earth and makes coarse rock.
Right.
Or aerated rock, right? Eric, this man looks hype now. He didn't look hype before, now he looks hype. First gen man used it as a lightning rod to shoot lightning into the earth. All he found on the island was lava and lightning. Thus, he created those water veins using this technique. You know, the veins that Charming Man's...
Right. Yeah.
Obviously mystical in some way. Because of the lava rock. And he just got sucked down this pipe. Right?
Yes.
So we're actually... The rest of this part is going to be chasing Hela to his fucking land.
So what happened was the original Hela...
Yeah. Got on the island.
Got the desolate land.
Used his hidden Italian technique
With the crucifix and
the crucifix and the lining to create the water veins.
To harvest the land.
Harvest the land.
And to assumably to get the lava
rocks.
Right.
As a byproduct of this
okay.
situation. Are you satisfied with that answer?
Sure.
Not explicitly said.
Assumed.
But assumed.
Right.
Right? And that's why it's sus and mystical and fenced off and shit. Right?
It makes me wonder if he has a Christ item.
Eric, this man has arcane Vatican knowledge.
Because there is a Jesus Christ crucifix in his hand.
Of course. Eric, this man comes from Italy with... it has to be some ancient Vatican knowledge. Because this is not some random man can't have this technique. Alright? Right. This man has to be in some way relevant.
Does Araki do flashbacks on these guys?
Yes, I believe. Gyro's father got a flashback.
Did he?
Yeah. Gyro's father got a flashback to him. So I think it's.
But will we get this man meeting the chief's daughter and shit? And,
yeah,
and carving.
I could see it.
Carving the land up.
I could see it.
Okay.
If it goes back to the Vatican, we could go all the way back to part 7. Talk about Gyro's family. We could
He's best friends with Gyro's family. Who knows?
Who knows? Alright. That's what I mean by this man just
maybe he was on the run from the executioner's cushion. He had to go to America. He had to go to Hawaii.
He had to escape because he has his arcane
heretic,
knowledge.
perhaps cushion. Maybe he stole.
He was going to use God's will for his own gain.
Maybe he stole a Christ item and had to escape.
We'll see.
The Shroud of Turin or whatever the fuck. Who knows?
Who knows what kind of mysteries we got, Eric? Right? We go back to the gang, Eric. They get the IDs checked. They're good to go. Jodia works out how the stand works. Attacks from gaps and things. Charming reaches into his pocket and notices something. His hand's ripped off again. Right?
Sure. Even though this guy's kind of made of like dust.
Dust and dirt and what? Yeah, he's obviously a rock human. I mean, he's from a tribe. We'll work it out.
Right.
Let's not forget about rock humans. Right. His figure rips off. The ID start flying into him and like cutting up his body. Dojio drops the rock in the attack. He goes to pick it up but notices the stand under the rock. The rock attaches on the Charming's ankle. Dojio and Dragona are sweating. Another chapter. My rating, 11 out of 10, go peak.
I like the chapter.
Do you appreciate how we're looking in?
I appreciate the lore as well. I'm not really mind blown because it's like, it's still like a mystical answer.
I'm not mind blown. I'm just very satisfied.
Right. My issue is, I think we're gonna be like the princess is in another castle situation, where Hela leaves scot free. No, he knows he's gonna lose it all. That's why he's rushing off to make another rock. He knows he's powerless in the face of the power of the rock. Hela will escape.
Yeah.
And then I guess they're gonna fight.
They have to chase him to the new moon.
Yeah, but they're gonna fight
Key West.
Yeah. But the situation kind of gets resolved with.
But now we're on a chase.
I guess.
A classic Iraqi chase.
I kind of wanted things to come to a head, but we're gonna have to wait much longer.
Eric, you can't get things.
He just kind of bailed.
We don't know where he is on the ship. He's kind of just trying to leave.
He will escape, and Key West will do a lawyer stuff.
I think we should get a reveal of the stand at least. Because like we can't have him like evolve his stand without seeing it, used.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just would have liked. Kind of feels like Araki wrote a situation where the characters couldn't escape, and then it's like, oh, but we're waiting for the executive order still, but so we don't really actually have jurisdiction to do anything.
Yeah.
So I guess. But how do you feel about the technical stands in this part so far? This is another technical stand.
Not really. It's a decent, like, it's not too complicated. It seems like an interesting challenge.
But it's not gonna be. I don't think Joe Dio has to show anything new to beat this stand.
I think he has to show like extreme like precision. He's gonna have to do like extreme precision with his stand. Or like Dragona's just gonna use smooth operators and move shit.
Yeah.
I feel like he will. He'll have to, because everyone's evolving right now. Howler's evolving. Surely Joe Dio and Dragona evolve in this situation. Because then we're got a villain locked in. Let's get the characters.
Have you engaged with the JoJo community since this chapter, Christian?
No.
Is it JoJo reviewers?
Yes.
Did you watch any of those items? You'll probably just skip right past it. Who knows?
Who knows, Eric? Who knows what they're thinking? Who knows what the JoJo community is thinking? But I'm hyped.
How do you know your chance, Christian?
Eric, how strong are Shanks? Every week comes the question of how strong are Shanks. Every week we answer Shanks is stronger, Shanks is God King. This week, in this top one debate, we got fucking stupid people talking about. Like, why are they talking about admirals? Why are we discussing admirals in Big 2025?
People are still stuck in 2015, Christian. It is what it is, man.
We got people talking about BB and his lineage and all that kind of shit, We got people out there talking about Dragon and he's hyping the opening, he's aura, he's got aura. What's all Dragon's got, Eric?
Shanks had more aura in that opening.
Eric, there are people out there. Say Mihawk's the strongest. Just, they're desperate. They're talking about he's Aimu's kid, he's Shaki Rayleigh's kid. The desperation to make this character relevant. Because I know that's the real attack vector. This man has no plot relevance. And everyone knows his shonen logic dictates. The man with plot relevance is top one. Everyone knows that. Right? And they're desperately trying to find that plot relevance. Yeah. Right? But Shakes is God King. And every week we answer with 100% factual information, Eric. This week's evidence is Shakes is so strong, he controls the flow of numbers. The flow of everything, the flow of God. Right?
Topic of the show: Christian's theory.
No, it's Dio's plan. And the connections are. The connections. Eric Dio. Of course, we go back to part 6. We hear New Moon. We hear numbers. We go back to part 6. Okay. Always. You know why? Because Iraqi's never fucking said what these phrases mean. That's dedication to a mystery, Eric.
Okay.
Alright. What is written in Dio's journal? What you find beyond the power of stand is where you need to go in order to find heaven. Okay, we can answer what heaven is now at this point.
God.
It's about basically you become above the cycle of the universe and all numbers and shit. Alright? And Dio somehow found the formula to do this. Still don't know how.
Right.
Or where, or how, or why. Well, we know why, but we don't know how.
Yeah.
Alright?
Or when, really.
Yeah, or when. I've got a theory about when. Because of the phrases mentioned.
Okay.
Right? Well, this is where you need to go find heaven. What you need is a trustworthy friend. He must be someone capable of controlling his own desires, Eric. That's Pucci. That's Enrico Pucci.
It really isn't, but...
They're lying in bed next to each other. No touchy, Eric. No touchy. He's a man of...
Sure.
He's a man of purity. Dio's testing him, right? Don't think that sees anything else than what it is, right?
Okay.
A man who has control over his own desires, alright? A man like Pucci. He must be someone who was not interested in political power, fame, wealth, or sexual desire, Eric.
Can't be Dio.
No, exactly. He's a trustworthy friend, alright? And who chose the will of God before the law of humans. So, Eric, we go back to the will of God. A man who studies the will of God. A priest. A man well versed in the machinations of God, perhaps the Hebrew number system. We bring it back to that. Alright? Are you following so far?
Yes.
Alright. What I also need is lives of more than 36 humans who have sinned. Because those who have sinned harbor a strong power within. The sin of evil. 36. I'm guessing that number has some relevance.
Right.
Or the sum of that number. Again, numbers, right?
Will Christian learn this code and then try and crack it?
It's gotta be some crazy shit, alright? Some arcane deep shit, alright?
This was written 30 years ago.
Eric, there are 14 phrases that must be kept in mind. 14. This is like Cole thinking the 16 holy boards mean something.
Right.
When it actually means something here, alright? The 14 phrases. Spiral staircase. Now, many people have theorized what these connections are.
Okay.
I agree with some, I don't agree with others. Alright, I put my own theories in here. I've done the research. I think some are definite, some are questionable.
Okay.
Right. Spiral staircase. The first time Dio and Jonathan fought each other was on the staircase. The spiral staircase in the Joestar Mansion.
Right.
The start of the conflict. Of course, you remember the part 6 opening. The spiral staircase, Eric, the floor of time. It's all connected. You know what it is, alright? Rhinoceros beetle. Now, people theorize that the rhinoceros beetles mean the Joestar's Dio will face. Because rhinoceros beetle in Japanese is a strong symbol of strength and honor and will. So the first rhinoceros beetle is Jonathan, right? Desolation Row, also known as Ghost Town. This is where Dio... You remember in London where Dio's fucking around?
With that fucking criminal bum.
And then
that toothless bum.
And then he decides to put the mask on.
Right.
This is the area where that happens, right? So we're going through events in Dio's life, characters he will interact with.
Who was that toothless bum? Was that his father?
That was his father, right? His father died a long time ago. It wasn't who is. He goes to England after he gets kicked out of the Joestar family, and then he tries to murder his father with a poison, and then Jonathan stops the plan in this row.
Okay.
In this location, alright? Next one is Fig Tart, and no one can work this one out. To me, Fig Tart, what does Fig remind you of? Of course, the original fruit from the Garden of Eden,
right.
The fruit of knowledge.
Right.
This is, to me, where the time Dio got his plan. The Fig Tart. The recipe of knowledge.
The forbidden knowledge.
The forbidden knowledge, the recipe of knowledge, the Fig Tart.
Okay.
Alright?
Now, I'm aware that there's a fruit thing in part 8. Is there anything there?
It could be related. I doubt it's that much foreshadowed. It's also it's described as fig related, but not necessarily a fig. Anyway, rhinoceros beetle.
Yeah, of course, as we discussed before, Christian, the fig a symbol of the
a symbol of God,
Renaissance.
a symbol of God, basically. All right.
God, like one of the most coveted fruits in that time.
Sure. Rhinoceros beetle the second time. Joseph, the other Joseph that he will face him in part 3. Via Dolorosa.
Yeah.
The way of suffering, the path Jesus was carried on while carrying the cross. This is probably related to when he dies against Jotaro. The way of suffering in the afterlife. This is probably related to that. Or like the pathway to heaven.
Wouldn't that be
the pathway to godhood?
Wouldn't that be his first L? And then the resurrection?
Well, yeah, the way of suffering, the path Jesus went on before when I was carrying the cross.
Wouldn't that be Dio's quote-unquote resurrection?
It's the suffering before the resurrection.
Right.
Basically.
Which would be his first L.
Which was when he, lost the fucking... No, we're past that.
But wouldn't that be what it would be?
He didn't die. He dies here.
Okay.
He dies like Jesus. Yeah? And then he's resurrected through the green baby.
I guess, but then he'd have to have foresight on his defeat.
Yeah. This is all assuming he's got foresight.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Alright.
Rhinoceros beetle.
Jotaro. Alright. Singularity point. The point where the plan is triggered. Black hole, Big Bang, whatever you want to take there. Alright. Giotto is a name of a famous artist who transcends life through art. The first time this concept is referenced in the Renaissance.
Right.
This guy is a medieval artist. He transcended his name and took on this new name. Throughout the Renaissance, artists respected this man. Of course, it goes back to the Renaissance Iraqi.
Mm-hmm.
But, we understand. The man who transcended life through art.
Sure.
Right. Of course, that's what Derek's plan is. Right. Angel, obviously a loyal follower. This is Poochie, probably. Hydrangea is the flower that absorbs the prisoners and creates the green baby. The hydrangea flowers.
The hydrangea, I believe, was also...
It was also a holy plant.
Flower representing Joseph, father of Jesus.
Yeah, but
that's what I think the hydrangea
direct connection is the plants that absorb the prisoners.
Sure, but hydrangea has religious symbolism as well.
Rhinoceros beetle for the final time is Jolene. Singularity point, obviously made in heaven. Secret emperor, Dio will ascend to God of the universe. Obviously.
Now remind me again.
Yeah.
Green baby evolves into what?
New moon, sea moon. Green baby gets absorbed into Poochie. And Poochie unlocks Sea Moon.
Right.
And then on the new moon, he unlocks Made in Heaven.
But was Dio supposed to be there?
No. He gave, because this is why he needed a trusted friend to resurrect him.
But he never got resurrected because he failed.
No, he got resurrected.
Who?
Fucking...
In the
Poochie. Green baby is...
Yeah, but
the green baby is Dio.
But where is Dio's consciousness? Where is
the will of the universe? He becomes the will of the universe. He transcends matter.
Is he in Poochie?
It's unknown.
But that thing ultimately fails because he gets killed.
Yeah.
But he resets the universe a few times in the process.
Yeah.
Kind of unnecessary if you ask me, but...
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Alright. So, do you think we've cracked this code? This code is... Do you think it's cracked? The fig tart is the only thing, really.
Where's the fig tart in the sequence?
It's pretty early on. It's all the way before he meets
Jonathan.
It's during his Jonathan days.
Meadowsboro. Joseph.
It's in between. So it's in between. It's when he becomes a vampire.
If we're saying the fig tart is the forbidden fruit, then you would assume that represents the vampirism, right?
Sure, you can make that assumption.
That suggests
it's just like no one's really satisfied about the fig tart. I've put it as he learns about the plan here. It could be ascension to vampirism. I think he was already a vampire. I have to check the timeline, but yeah, I think this is where it could be the forbidden fruit of taking Jonathan's body. That could be the forbidden fruit.
Yeah.
The spoiling of the bloodline, all that kind of shit. That could be what it is. So many things for the fig tart, but
I guess if you put it through this lens, I guess it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But we would assume all these
rhinoceros beetles are the Joestars.
If Araki is the mastermind that everyone proclaims he to be, all these, has anyone done the numerology on fig tart?
No, Eric. No one's done the arcane numerology.
Well, that's what has to be done to figure out what it means.
The fig tart's obviously a reference to the holy fruit.
If this was done like it should be, all these letters should represent numbers, and then you combine the numbers.
Well, they're in Japanese. Gets weird translations. Yeah. Which word do you use?
But he would translate them to English. You would assume, right? These would be written in kanji, wouldn't they?
This is why the row has two translations.
Right.
Ghost row or
I guess you'd have to
Desolation
ask
row.
What he was saying.
Like, yeah, so rhinoceros beetle is pretty straightforward. We know what that is. That's a Japanese thing. The rhinoceros beetle. Symbol of strength and honor, basically.
Right.
Yeah. Joestars. Alright. The last part of the plan. Once all this shit's done, I'll engrave these words onto my stand so I won't forget them. He engraves them into his soul, so yeah.
Yeah.
What is necessary is courage. I must have the courage to destroy my stand momentarily, so he knows he has to die. So that answers your question.
Yeah.
Alright. As it is designated, my stand will absorb the souls of the 36 sinners and will give birth to something utterly new.
Which we saw.
Whatever is born will awaken. It will show interest in the 14 phrases that my trusted friend will utter. My friend will trust me and I will become his friend. That's definitely some Bible shit right there. My friend will trust me and I will become his friend. That basically means I will see him as an equal. If he doesn't.
The absorbing of the souls is interesting to me, right? Because this is really is there another element of soul-like power in JoJo?
Well, the soul is the will. The will of the Joestars have greater will.
Right.
Will over fate.
But you require the souls of the sin man.
Yeah.
Of the evil man.
Yeah. 36 specifically.
Which we saw in the prison.
Yeah.
Which summons the grandbaby.
Yeah. Gives birth to grandbaby.
What was the plant?
The hydrangeas.
Yeah, but how did Poochie get the plant to grow?
It spread out of the bone, basically.
Right, yeah, the finger bone, right.
The tailbone.
That was engraved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you satisfied?
Okay.
No. Lastly, I will need a specific location. North latitude 28 degrees, 24 minutes. West longitude 80 degrees, 36 minutes. Go there and wait for the new moon. That's when we will achieve heaven. The reason why I like this answer with the numbers is it connects back to this. We can now put to rest that Araki was talking shit. This means nothing. What is this riddle? It's basically a code to hack.
Well,
God.
he likes the number 36.
Yeah.
He uses it twice.
Well, that those coordinates is the moon, the highest point on Earth.
The Kennedy, and the fucking Kennedy
Space Center,
or whatever.
Yeah.
36 minutes, 36 prisoners.
Yeah. Go their way from the new moon, Eric.
Get the code. Pull the Da Vinci Code out.
We'll get the code. All right. We'll see.
Someone has to have done it on a forum somewhere.
Maybe. I haven't found it, Eric. It's probably some arcane shit.
Maybe on a Japanese fortune, they've done it. How old is this stuff? 30 years old.
90s.
It's just 30 years old. No one's done it.
Well, early 2000s. It's over 20 years old, for sure.
Okay.
From Chris D.
Oh, questions, I guess. Here we are.
Questions. I really enjoyed the theme of walking along the summit in fiction. In Ippo, the champions are at the summit and they come crashing down the instant they lose a fight. Halo was born on the summit and the Fate is now attempting to push him off. If you both end up rich, how would you raise your kids so they stay on the summit? It's kind of like... To amass the fortune is a different kind of ambition.
Wealth can't be the motivating factor.
It's one thing to acquire the wealth. It's another thing to sustain the wealth and protect the wealth. They're two different rules. They're two different skill sets.
Let's say I got really wealthy, Christian.
Yeah.
You'd have to instill a sense of purpose in your child other than wealth. And then that purpose would drive them to create new wealth.
Yeah.
Because if they have wealth from birth, they don't understand its power.
Yeah, you could only really teach them so much. You'd have to really withhold
Only great businessmen have the wealth as a motivating factor. Great artists don't have wealth as a motivating factor.
No.
So it's kind of different in our case.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can actually have a second generation of great businessmen. Because
I'm sure it's happened, Eric. There are families
but eventually it falls apart, right?
The Rockefellers are still going, and people are still going. It's been hundreds of years. This fucking ancient European families, Eric. Don't worry about that.
Sure.
You just don't know their names because they're hiding in the shadows, right?
They, Christian.
The Council of Rome. Don't worry about that.
The entire population of Monaco.
The black nobility. No, it's not what you're thinking. Right? It's called the black nobility, but it's
I think I remember something about that.
Alright. It's the secret cabals and the
Shout out cabals.
Alright. And Jodio destroyed the other lava rock. Is that rearing its head? He shouldn't have destroyed it, but
Did he destroy it?
Yes. In Rohan's
He punched it. What did he do to it?
He destroyed it as like leverage over Rohan.
Rohan had two.
How did Rohan get two? And this is what I mean by calls Rohan into question.
Right.
How did Rohan found two lava rocks while the Hanlon family hasn't found a single one?
He made them.
And you need to do some ritual to get one. You can't just.
And he had a diamond. Was it the byproduct of the spell cushion?
Maybe that was his great wealth. The diamond.
Cataclysm event.
Yeah. Anyway, scroll down. I guess the Huvs and Berry. It's probably Huvs and Berry. Who was it? No, it's Breezy Bird. Disney Plus next month is having every One Piece movie on the streaming site itself. New movies announcements soon.
It's gonna happen soon.
Yeah.
Surely.
It's a reply saying that's cool. Haki being the most important power system in One Piece, especially Conqueror's Haki, and not fighting system. And not a fighting style. How do you justify Shanks being... Eric, this is a Mihawk fanboy coming in with the dumbest question. If swordsmanship is literally Haki, it's the most irrelevant power... It's just irrelevant. Because Garp. Because every other Devil Fruit user. It's fucking irrelevant.
Every other weapon.
This is what Mihawk fans don't understand. If it's just Haki, they just made the character irrelevant.
I just find it strange that they linked the two together.
It's because of that one speech in Dressrosa. And they're linking it directly with Black Blades. And that's the only thing they have to go off.
But they actually think Haki's, like, swordsmanship is Haki skill. Like, swordsmanship skill is Haki.
But there's obviously a martial art element.
Right.
That's not even a question.
Kendo is a
like look at Garp training Aokichi. He tells him to not use Haki. So there's obviously like a hand-to-hand strength component to fighting. Like why are we acting like Haki? It's not chakra where you need chakra to throw a strong punch.
Where the fuck the bleach thing is? What is it?
Soul Ryatsu, soul energy.
Right.
Garp says to Kuzan, you cannot punch this thing with Haki. Do not use Haki, use your physical body.
I think
so. There's obviously a delineation between Haki, physique, skill.
The way I always explain Haki is it's just a multiplier on your technique. So
and body.
Garp can do a Galaxy Impact without Conqueror's Haki, assumably.
Yeah. It's like an airwave with these fists.
Right.
Yeah.
Like similar to what Burgess does.
Yeah. So
think about it like that. So a man without Haki could still be a great swordsman.
Yeah. Scroll down and have some bear, Eric. Is Akka alt universe Poochie? Maybe, Eric. I don't think he's working for anyone. He's working for himself. But he's got a riddle. He's got a plan.
Mm.
Will he achieve heaven? Will he be struck by lightning and evolve?
Yeah, maybe.
Right. Will God personally... I don't think God's ever going to actually show up. In the last panel of Jojolands... Eric, crazy.
I could see God being some kind of like gravitational force sort of deal.
Eric, Jesus is real.
That is true.
Right, so assumably God is real.
Sure.
Why does Araki using religious imagery and themes always result in peak 10 out of 10 writing? It's just fucking peak. Right? How do you think Rohan learns about the lava rocks? It's fucking weird. Eric, we did answers now. Rohan has to reappear. Because before it's like, oh, we just thought he found it, whatever. Now we learn that you have to do some ritual, no one else could find it. So Rohan massively called into question.
Is Rohan in any other part?
Well, not alternate universe Rohan.
So this is the first time he turns up in this universe.
Yeah. It could be part 8 related. I'll say that. Because Jesus' body is still in Japan. Effectively. We don't know if it's been moved.
Why is it in Japan?
Because fucking Johnny moved into Japan because he's got a Japanese wife. And he's like, I'm going to move into Japan. Hey, it's in this fucking flashback.
Has the Vatican gotten upset about this?
Well, Eric, of course, the body was moved to America. And then Johnny found the parts. They put it in the vault in Fort Knox. And then he decided to move the body. Via the Speedwagon Foundation.
I was going to bring up the Speedwagon Foundation, Christian. Maybe that's a situation going on.
Sure.
Rohan's an agent.
He could be. Of course, Jesus' body is in Moria. We know Rohan's from there. So it could be connected that way. I hope it is.
What's the deal with the Rokaku car?
So why are you asking?
Because apparently it's a big piece of Part 8.
It is a massive piece of Part 8.
Where does it fit here?
Again, a naturally occurring sequence of God.
That does what?
It fuses shit together.
Combines
things. And the perfected version, which is in the hospital. Gappy fuses with the fruit and gets rock abilities, and then he can do the spin.
It's annoying me that they call him Gappy.
Well, we could look at him Josuke too. Josephume.
There's something going on with the idea of the the lightning hitting the
it's like a singularity point of like.
Yeah, it's like a single point where
like
the element
God, where like the code of God is exposed.
Yeah, it's like the hand of God touches Earth.
Yeah, it touches the blood of God.
Fuses with the lava. The lava is an interesting thing to me because it's like malleable, then it cools.
Yeah,
it's kind of like in a way like a fusion kind of thing.
Yeah,
there's something going on there.
That's what I mean, Eric. There's something going on there. Don't worry about it. All right. What do you reckon? Have
you seen a lightning bolt hit a tree, Chris? You know that
explosion, eruption. Is it because it instantly vaporizes all the moisture and then it causes all the steam to blow the tree up?
Yeah, it hits the water. And
the water
inside
the tree.
Yeah, it expands.
Yeah. All right. Where do you see the story heading? In after all these revelations, will we get to see a second Made in Heaven? It's possible. I think we're going to go on a journey to track down Hela.
I think Hela gets
as
a
he
second
rushes
rock,
to the new moon,
and then it's a question of will.
Yeah, because he'll lose everything. He'll get a second rock. They think he'll probably get it as soon as they think they've won, and then shit will start going bad for them. You would assume.
I think Araki will do like when two men have rock, it becomes a battle of will.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Doesn't have to fight. Alright. But that's the show, Eric. Next week, we might go back. We might be God Valley. What do you think about that? Next week. Are you ready for the agenda next week, Eric?
And many potential crash outs happening.
This week's agenda was nasty. I hated it.
What was the agenda this week?
What do you mean, all the Sharky bullshit and the Scoon and the Simp?
I don't think that didn't last that long.
Okay.
It lasted a few days.
Let's get some hype.
There was no real break week slander going on.
It was pretty.
All the slanderists were out at Anime NYC, so there was no agendas to push.
All right.
It's just Mayhawk fans repeating the same shit they have.
Recycling.
They tried to do a bounty thing again.
Oh yeah, I saw that. And everyone just shuts him down at this point. Everyone knows all the arguments. It's tired.
It's like, bro,
it's tired. It's stale.
He's literally a part of a group that massacres Marines and puts bounties on the fleet animal head.
Oh, he's a lone wolf with a bat. Why do people peddle this lie?
I don't know.
Anyway. Shaggy's the strongest. Shaggy's the good king. We'll see you next week for some God Valley action.
Hopefully. Good night.